one of them. There's Frankie, getting himself all ready with his crew. Frankie and his crew. Who do I roll up on first? San Marcos, but Frankie. Frankie and his entourage. Look at them go. They're ready for the warpath, aren't they? There's your Greater San Marcos Partnership candidate. He's the one that showed up after the flood wanting money for the Richie Riches. And the rest of us were up there talking righteous stuff. The gang's all here, San Marcos. It's a debate, and I love debates. There's nothing more exciting than being right. Whoa! You want a photo, man? Woohoo! That's San Marcos spirit. This is why I like Cinema Werite walking. What you got to say to San Marcos?
Yeah!
Yeah! I don't know what he's listening to, but it's hot! Woo-hoo!
Listen to me.
All right! That's awesome! Thank you!
You're having fun.
All right! Back to politics, people. We just saw Johnny Diaz roll up. I can tell you who's he's here supporting. He's here to support Arredondo. Why? Because if you check the finance reports, you'll see how much Frankie spent at Johnny's place. What was it, $5,000? I'll have to look. Don't quote me on that, but it was in the bajillions for those of us who don't have funding. So let's see who else is showing up tonight. I know them all. Don't know her. Okay, there's Tom out there getting the stage ready for Melissa, putting the signs out. Hey, are y'all here for the debate? All right, who y'all supporting?
You know
Sam.
Who?
Sam Brannon.
Yep.
Sam, oh, with a fluoride.
Yeah.
That's my brothers and sisters in fluoride. Woo, woo.
You know
All right, thank you.
Let's do it.
That's why I love this town. Okay, my favorite part of the debate is being in the front of the room when they send you all their little hate vibes and you can spin it back with your rhetoric of truth. That's why everybody gets nervous. They don't like doing that. I do. But I like equally as much being in the audience. And please note, oh, I gotta give a shout out real quick. I gotta give a shout out to St. Peter. Their sarsaparillas are the coldest in town. You guys do not skimp when it comes to San Marcos and feeding us. I didn't have any meals. I went to the sellout Chipotle. Got the $2 taco, but I did get sarsaparilla from a local place. I better get in there and get some interviews, San Marcos. It's gonna get hot tonight, and don't forget to vote. One thing I do want to say as I savor on my sarsaparilla is those of you who have never run for political office, you have no idea how difficult it is. The amount of stress that your family goes through, the financial burden, all the bajillion of, some of them silly, super silliest questionnaires of redundant questions, all the phone calls, being gracious to every volunteer, which every candidate appreciates. So please, if you've never stepped up to run for office, don't judge those in the ring. Unless it's Shane Scott who sold out the people. Vote San Marcos.
Fraud.
Whoa,
The
Gregson
rising
just
tide
accused.
raises all
Whoa,
boats.
Arredondo just accused Gregson of putting up yard signs on his
Gregson,
own property. Whoa.
Down in
I
NBA
wasn't gonna
Park.
record it. I don't have a dog in
I've had a
this fight.
successful career in the private.
Feel attention soon as someone mentions me. Here's my 10 cents. My 2 cents is free. A nuisance. Who sent? You sent for me? Now this looks like a job for me. So everybody just follow me. Cause we need a little controversy. Cause it feels so empty without me.
One step
Question
between my
from
opponent and
Copeland
opposition.
coming up.
Next question. State your name. Your question should be 30 seconds, please. Indicate which candidate you'd like to begin with.
Hi, my name is Lisa Marie Completa. I appreciate all you've done for downtown, Mr. Gregson. My question is for Mr. Arredondo. My recollection is that you were at City Hall during citizen comment periods after the May historic flood. My recollection is that you were speaking on behalf of Greater Partnership San Marcos funding. How do you explain this behavior? And then the second part of the question is, speaking of ancestors, how do you feel about preserving Indian artifacts with all this building around downtown? Thank you.
Mr. Arredondo?
Was that one or two questions?
It was a two-part question.
I already forgot what she asked.
So here, go ahead. Oscar.
One about the artifacts. Okay, buildings will be built. I think that we have to go through, I think there's a historical commission at the state level that mandates what needs to be done. What was the other question you asked?
Mr. Arredondo, my question is, at the City Hall citizen comment period after the historic May flood, there was a deluge of citizens who came to speak. My recollection is you were not there to speak for Blanco Gardens, sir, but you were there to speak for Funny for Greater Partnership San Marcos. How do you explain that behavior?
I don't know how you characterize behavior by my presence there. When I have something to say, I'll speak. Now, the reason, one, everybody used to know, I lived in Blanco Gardens. I was on North Barbara Drive. I know how the water flooded that community. But when I was living there, the streets were enough to carry the water. The Blanco River this year, when it flooded Memorial Day, was historical highs. There was not much that could have been done to take care of that. Now, I think that the people that were affected directly had the first right to go and complain to the city council and make their concerns known. I know when to step aside and let others speak. When it's my turn, I don't hesitate. I'll get up and I'll voice my concern.
But instead he wins
Mr.
for
Gregson?
developers the same night. Why was he not there for Blanco Gardens?
I know that the last 10 years I have stood with those who best represent neighborhoods. I spoke before the flood, before the Woods apartment ever happened, against that project for it to become a park. Our citizens voted 74% for that project to become a park, a supermajority of our citizens. The police chief said that should not become an apartment, it should be left vacant land, or it should not become a student apartment. It was. I've been, I know that when I've talked about being at the council or talking in public about these things, I have not agreed with you. I do agree with you, Ms. Capoletta. I have not seen my opponent at those meetings talking about these apartments. I've also been there talking for Franklin Square, Council Forest, Oak Heights against the buoy track, the retreat with respect to Oak Heights, Sierra Circle, Houston Heights, and now Sessions Canyon with respect to Forest Hills and Alamo. Those are the people that I've been there fighting for and working with candidates and supporting those and helping. Thank you.